The real reason you don't see homeless people in Vietnam. Real daily life. In Vietnam, I've been to big American cities like New York, Los Angeles or San Francisco. Homeless people sleeping on the sidewalk. Summer may have become familiar, but there are many tourist areas in Vietnam. Surprised again and asked the same question the Vietnamese homeless. Where are you? In fact, Vietnam still has homeless people. What surprised many people is that they rarely come out on the streets as in many other countries. So where are they? How do they live? And what makes Vietnam different? Many people think it's because of the Bible or policy, but with a lot of cases. The answer lies in one, something very familiar in the family. In Vietnam, when facing difficulties, many people still have father, mother, sibling or relative to rely on. Even when the life is not easy, they still try. Bring your loved ones back to live with you, instead of letting them sleep on the street. People who still have to make their own money often do it. Work as a porter. Pick up ticks, bottle lottery ticket sales, wrong grain filter. Dynamic time? Their lives are not easy, but they are. Try to make a living every day. In this video, I will find it with you. Understand why you rarely see homeless people living in Vietnam, where they really are, and what about culturalists. The community has made this difference. Light work for people. Older people often choose to sell jobs. Tickets they can sit in one seat, or it's everywhere today. I also support one. He had a digital ticket for $5. There is a lot of work in Vietnam to make a living, and not every job requires Level 2 programs. You just have to be willing to watch and learn. And training, workmanship, many people can still create make your own income. Like the cobbler you're seeing in the video. He doesn't work in a big hay shop using existing vehicle machinery. With a sharp knife and a few simple tools. And the hands. He carefully cut each piece of rubber. From old truck tires to make new look shoes. It seems simple, but in fact this work requires very high precision, just the way the lines are millimeters pieces. The disc will no longer fit shoes, so every sand lift must be very boring. Both hands and almost not allowed wrong. This is his first guest today. He asked, "The base must be long and tall." It's easier to go because this is the gut of an old truck. So the smoothness of the feet when walking on this platform is liked by a lot of people. After cutting the raw part, we will proceed to grind the sole of the slippers for hollow, clinging to the pinch, so that when glued, the two sides will stick tighter. He will also sharpen this rubber gasket SAO Cho. Suitable for face contact. With my sandals, next is the pasting process. This part will not be carefully cut, but destination will paste for it, so that it doesn't leak out in the process. Wet it and he'll use his hands to squeeze it. Another job. It can bring good income in Vietnam, but it's hard work. It's a job that requires health and endurance. Contain every day. They have to carry heavy bags of cement, steel, and brick. Building materials under the hot sun, or it rains a lot when they have to climb the high wind to work. In potential positions. So this is one of those jobs. Dangerous but popular. In Vietnam, because AI can do it too. In return, the income is usually higher than many labor jobs. Dynamic universal other main. So many people are willing to do this hard work. To feed the family, send money home, or contribute to the future. Behind every building, every street, every new house, it's built by the sweat of people. Work like them may not appear prominent, but they are the ones who contribute to the cities that we see today. Maybe the most special thing in Vietnam is the spirit of tolerance. Suffering and the connection between families, neighborhood and community. When a loved one, difficulty towels, they are usually not in the right. Face alone, Gia, family, relatives, neighbors, even the distant. Strangers are willing to help when they can. Because sharing has become beautiful in the culture of Vietnamese people for many generations. Maybe that's why when to Vietnam many foreign visitors noticed. They rarely see homeless people living there. The street more. Unlike many other countries, it is not because of Vietnam. No poor people or no people. Homeless because many people still have a place to come back and a community willing to lend a helping hand, help them when they are in difficult circumstances. It's one of those simple things, but has left a deep impression. With a lot of foreign visitors, when they find out about the daily life of Vietnamese people. In the big cities, it's very popular about vending machines. Special the tourist center, just enter. Number and put the money in. We'll get the water on these automatic water cabinets like this. And this is a tray where we get water from the inside. Another popular job in Vietnam is watering and taking care of trees. Every day the worker drives. Tub pulls the faucet and to irrigate plants along the glens. Road park. This job has to be done no matter the sunny weather or rain to keep the trees green and help. Cleaner streets, these are jobs. Simple, but stability bringing income to many workers. These jobs are usually women. 40 to 50 will do it, and they do it. This work is frequent and regularly to earn the earnings. Stable, they take advantage of strong forces and water to irrigate and blow the leaves that lie at the root of the rubbish. Grass to make the park tidy and look cleaner. One of the most popular street drinks in Vietnam, it's sugarcane juice. You can see these sugarcane juice trucks everywhere, from the traditional market street corners to the crowded streets of the Lost. This is a familiar drink, which both locals and guests enjoy. Sugarcane juice pressed directly from fresh sugarcane in front of Hmong guests is naturally cool taste, especially suitable for a refreshment in hot sunny days. A glass of water. There is usually only wind. $4. So almost AI can also easily enjoy fresh, delicious, cheap, and easy to find. Sugarcane juice becomes a very familiar part of everyday life of the working people in Vietnam. This is a hospital near the neighborhood. I live here. There's a lot of people. Go to the doctor and treat, and reside in this hospital. So it's very complicated here. Always. There are a lot of people who sell it. They'll be easy to spot. Have some fresh fruit lunch cake, fresh water bird's nest, and many foods. Nourishing the majority of visitors is disease. People and their families visited the 7 counties, taking care of loved ones in the institute. Sick. So the items here are mainly, it's food that's healthy. Meeting the daily needs of the patient and the person who takes care of them. This is also very familiar with diseases. Major institutes in Vietnam. This is a bakery. Small coconut located right next to the road. They use grinders to scrape all the rice inside into small powder and pressed into coconut milk. They take advantage of the sidewalk in front, where the main raw material coconut milk processing facility to make cake. Every step is done manually from scraping coconut to squeeze the sascha, to prepare out raw materials. Although the scale is not large, facilities like this still create. There are many traditional cakes. Coconut milk in Vietnam is a very common material, and it is used to cook the tea curry, many traditional dishes, especially making coconut milk cakes that help food with natural fatty flavor aroma characteristic, so there's always a big demand for a bag of juice. Fresh coconut is usually only priced in lei. So many people choose instead of processing at home thanks to stable demand. Everyday production facilities, small like this, not only provides materials for people but also create jobs. Each jobs bring a source of income, stability for many local workers. And it's about 5 o'clock in the evening. The fishing boat's caught. Head back from the waters near the shore on the boat. It's a lot of fresh seafood, and many of them are still swimming and jump as soon as you're ashore. Instead of bringing it all to the market, many fishermen sell it directly. Along the way, it has become one. Familiarity of the people. Many people are local. On time the boat arrived. Buy the freshest fish in the afternoon. Prices here are usually cheaper compared to the traditional market because fishermen beat. People sell directly to buyers without intermediaries. With them, what matters? It is important to sell all the seafood in a few hours when there is still fresh, delicious, so they usually give a very reasonable price. Sometimes there are only a few fish at the end. They are ready to sell. Cheaper or even give away to your guests. It's a very graphic image. Heterosexual reflection, the authentic pace of life of marine writers. In Vietnam. I also bought it today. A kilogram of fresh chicken alive and crawling at me is very fun. There are also a lot of people buying here. Like me, and I bought it. A sign to go home for the evening. And this is one of the highest bridges. In the area where I live, view to the big sea. Today It was in the afternoon, so it was a beautiful sunset. It is also a sign of the end of the working day. The long walk of people. low-income people in the area where I live. Showing through the ruler movies of videos about the daily stories. In fact, I have experienced and I hope for peace. This beauty will always last forever. Forever, and where I live no longer. People around the poor. And finally seeing. In the next video, I'm going to talk about ordinary lives. A person's day anomaly. Unemployed like me in Vietnam.